dates. A struggle for most people to remember, but make it easy using simple memory techniques. Today I'm going to be showing you a quick and easy way to memorize all the important events during the World War II in order. So, let's get started. The idea of mnemonics is to exploit the strength of our visual memory to help remember rather abstract things like dates. And we're gonna do this by associating a certain event to a specific location. So, let's get started. For the method we're going to be using, you're gonna need 6 different locations, one for every year of the war. So let's start off with the first event, which of course is the beginning of the war, which was in 1939. So now, as clearly as you can, I want you to imagine Hitler hugging or holding a pole. This would, of course, represent Hitler's invasion of Poland, Poland. And I want you to imagine this in the hall of your, or at least by the entry of your house, so it's clearly at the beginning. Great. Let's move over to the second event, which was also during 1939. Continue with picturing Putin breaking down the door of a sauna, and inside there's a Finnish guy just relaxing. This would be representing the winter war between Russia and Finland. Picture this next to Hitler hugging a pole, so you know it's 1939. Congrats! Now you successfully memorized 2 important events during 1939. But let's not stop there and quickly move on to 1940. And in 1940 it was the German invasion of Denmark and Norway. And for this I want you to picture Danny DeVito using a compass to go north. I want you to picture this very separated from the first location, which would be the hall in case you're using your own house. And I suggest you use another room or just further along the hall, but it has to be clearly separated so you can keep them apart. But Danny DeVito using a compass to go north, Norway. That was 1940 completed. Now there are several events worth mentioning and also worth memorizing, but I will leave them up to you to try memorizing on your own, using the same techniques and build on the same locations, and you will soon realize just how powerful these techniques are and when you try them on your own. But let's move on to 1941, the Pearl Harbor. Now for this, like the first one, I want you to keep it separated from the hall or the other room so you can make a distinction. But I think you got that by now, and I want you to imagine this is pretty easy. You can imagine a harbor, a little harbor like out of toys, but it's made of pearls, so Pearl Harbor. So the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. Waste no time and move over to 1942. And during 1942 it was the Battle of El Alamein. And El Alamein pretty much sounds like El Allen, so like the letter L and the name Alan. And you can picture Alan from the Hangover movies lying in an L on the pyramids of Giza, so you know it's in Egypt. And this would be pictured in the next part of your house, and like usual you will have it separated from the rest, so you know it's 1942. The Battle of Stalingrad was fought in 1943. So here I want you to imagine Stalin. It's pretty easy, Stalingrad, Stalin. And of course it's in a separate location, so make sure it's the next part of your house or wherever you have chosen to use the Mind Palace. Another major event in 1943 was the Battle of Kursk. Now Kursk can be a bit tricky, but I'm gonna give you several options so you can choose which one fits you the best. The first one would be Kurt Cobain. Now Kurt pretty much sounds like Kursk, but if you don't like that one you can use cork, like you can imagine a little cork. Or you can even imagine Scar from The Lion King, and he has found a cure, so cure Scar. Cure has been found by Scar. And this would also be pictured next to the Battle of Stalingrad, so you know it's 1943. Let's move on to 1944. And in 1944 it was the Normandy landings, or the D-Day. Now you can either picture like the famous scenes from movies like Saving Private Ryan, where the boats have pushed onto the shores and are fighting the soldiers on land. Or you can picture a nomad. Nomad pretty much sounds like Normandy, nomady, nomad. And this would be imagined at the next location of your house, so 1944. Great. Now, the last year of the war. Now, of course, the most important event was the ending of the war, which was in 1945. And you can imagine like Hitler shooting himself in the head, because that's what he did. And this would mark the end of the World War II. As a little bonus, you can imagine the two bombs of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and this would be placed at the final part of your little route in your mind palace in 1945. Great. Finally, now you've memorized the most important dates during World War II in order for every year of the war. Now, you will realize just how strong these techniques are once you try to recall every event. And I will put a list in the descriptions of more things to memorize and try these techniques on. And I suggest you make a recall and you will see just how easy it actually is. And in case you want to see more of these types of videos on memorization, I suggest you drop a like and subscribe and comment on what you want to see memorized next. And if you're curious how to learn the NATO phonetic alphabet, I suggest you watch this video. Thank you for watching.